morning children. Welcome back to our social class. So children, we are discussing chapter 4 in geography, and what is the name of the chapter? It is weather instruments. So last week we discussed about what is weather, what is climate, and about different weather instruments. Okay, so what were the weather instruments which we saw? Now let's revise and then we'll continue with our today's session. So first we saw the definitions of meteorology, isn't it? So study of weather is called meteorology and the study of climate is called climatology. So who are called as the meteorologists? The scientists who study weather are called meteorologists. Then we discussed about weather station, weather ships, weather balloons and weather satellites. Okay. So next we saw what are weather instruments. Okay, so what is a weather instrument? It is any device that measures weather related conditions that can be measured, and there is a large assortment of weather instruments which are available to us. Okay, for example, barometer, thermometer, rain gauge, wind vane, hygrometer and so on. So we have already discussed about thermometer and barometer, isn't it? Then what we have to see now? We have to start with anemometer. Okay. So the first instrument which we saw was thermometer. So why do we use thermometer, children? A thermometer is used to measure temperature of a free moving air, and while maximum and minimum thermometer is used to measure the maximum and the minimum temperature. Okay. And when did we use a thermograph? Yes, a thermograph is used to measure the temperature continuously. Yes, what is this? This is a thermograph, and as I told you, a thermograph is an automatic thermometer and it is used to record and plot the temperature continuously on a graph paper. So next we saw what are isotherms. So on a weather map, the line which joins the places having equal temperature are called isotherms. So what are isotherms? The line which joins the places having equal temperature. So next one is about barometer. So barometer, aneroid barometer and barograph are used to measure the atmospheric pressure. And millibar is the unit used to measure the atmospheric pressure. So children, I am revising all these hints because you have to keep this in your mind. Yes, today we are going to start about anemometer. So what is this instrument? Why is this instrument used? Yes, this instrument is used to measure the speed or the velocity of wind. Okay, and this instrument has a system of cups and wind speed indicator. What does this instrument have? A system of cups and a wind speed indicator. So when the wind blows, the cups rotate to make the horizontal arm spin with it and cause the vertical mass of spindle to rotate. So the faster the wind, the swifter the rotation of the spindle. So at the base of this instrument, there is a mechanical device which records the number of rotations and hence the speed of the wind. So the dial of the instrument indicates the speed in kilometers or knots per hour. So nowadays an automatic anemometer called the anemograph. What it is called? An automatic anemometer is called as an anemograph. So it is used to measure and record the wind speed on a graph paper continuously. So in barometer we learn barograph, isn't it? So here in anemometer we are learning anemograph. So why is this anemograph used? It is used to measure and record the wind speed on a graph paper continuously. So the next instrument which we are going to study is wind vane. So this instrument is used to find the direction of the wind. So here the vane is nothing but a revolving plate. Revolving means moving plate, okay, and which is perfectly balanced on a rod. And it can turn smoothly without any friction and thus can respond even to a mild wind. So this you all have seen during the weather news. Okay, so it has a pointed end called the arrow and a broad end called the tail. So below the vane, the vertical rod carries a cross which indicates 4 directions. What are the 4 directions? North, south, east and west. So the arrow always points to the direction from which the wind blows. Okay, so how is this instrument used? It is used to find the wind direction. So when the air blows, the pointer moves towards the direction where the air blows. Likewise, we can find which direction the air blows. Okay, so this is the use of wind vane. Yeah, now what is the name of the instrument? Hygrometer. So this instrument is used to measure the humidity in air, and it is called as hygrometer or wet and dry bulb thermometer. What is other name for hygrometer? Wet and dry bulb thermometer. So this instrument has two identical thermometers. Can you see in the figure? Yes. So it is fixed on a wooden frame, and the bulb of one thermometer is kept uncovered, and this is the dry bulb thermometer, and the bulb of the other thermometer is wrapped in a piece of wet cotton cloth, and this is the wet bulb thermometer, and the cloth is continuously kept wet by dipping a part of it in water. You can see in your textbook also, page number 35 in your geography text. So when the wind blows, water from the wet bulb thermometer evaporates and thus lowers the temperature. Temperature comes down. So hence the wet bulb thermometer records a temperature lower than the dry bulb thermometer. Okay, so here the difference in the reading of the dry bulb and the wet bulb thermometer helps us to find the humidity, the water content in the air. So the lesser the difference, the more humid is the air. So when the temperature reading in both the thermometer is the same, then the air is fully saturated and the rate of humidity will be 100%. So nowadays an automatic hygrometer called the hygrograph is commonly used, and it continuously measures and records humidity on a graph paper. So we have learned what? Under barometer we learned barograph, anemometer we learned anemograph, and here we are learning hygrometer, hygrograph. So the next instrument is rain gauge. So from the name itself we can understand it is relating to rain. So this instrument is used to measure the amount of rainfall. So it has a metal container in which a funnel fits accurately, and a collecting bottle is placed inside the metal container, and the funnel directs the rainwater which falls into it into the collecting bottle. So the rain gauge is placed in area away from the trees, buildings or any other objects which can obstruct the incoming rainfall. Okay, so it is kept on a slightly raised platform to avoid the splashes of rainwater from the ground. So the actual amount of rainwater collected during a day is measured using the measuring jar which is kept inside, and rainfall is measured in what? Millimeters. Okay, so this is the use of rain gauge. So children, our last topic is isoheights. So on a map, the distribution of rainfall is shown using lines which join the places having the same amount of rainfall. Such lines are called what? Isoheights. So this we already have learnt last week, isn't it? And distinguish between we learned. So they are labeled with rainfall values. Okay children, so these are about the weather instruments. So from the beginning, what all the things we saw in this lesson? We saw about meteorology, then we discussed about what are weather instruments, then we discussed about the different types of weather instruments like thermometer, barometer, anemometer, then wind vane, hygrometer, rain gauge, and last about isoheights. Okay, so these are all the instruments used to measure the elements of weather. Okay children, so write your classwork neatly. All the question answers are given, so write it neatly with legible handwriting. So now we'll discuss only simple exercises from your text, and then we'll end up the session. So here you're having fill in the blanks in page number 36. Okay, so first one, the dash study weather. Who will study weather? The meteorologist. Okay, second one, dash is found inside a thermometer. So what is found? It is mercury. Third one, an anemometer is used to measure wind dash, wind speed. Okay, anemometer is used to measure wind speed. Fourth one, the dry bulb thermometer records a temperature dash than a wet bulb thermometer. So dry bulb thermometer records a temperature higher than the wet bulb thermometer. Next one, the dash is used to measure the rainwater collected. What instrument it is? It is a rain gauge. Okay. So children, here you have read the clues and write the names. So first one, the place where the weather conditions are recorded. What it is called? It is weather station. Second one, the thermometers are kept inside this box. So what is that box called? This Stevenson screen. Okay, this you all know because in the Zoom class also we discussed, isn't it? Yeah. Third one, an automatic barometer. It is barograph. Fourth one, the instrument used to measure humidity. It is hygrometer or wet or dry bulb thermometer. Okay. Fifth one, rainfall is measured in this unit. Rainfall is measured in millimeters. Okay, children. Next, give reasons. Last week itself we have finished. Then answer these questions as I told you. Assignment will be given. Write it neatly. Okay. Then your homework for today is you have to study the climatic data of Mumbai. Then answer the questions given below. So first question is, which are the hottest and the coldest month of the year and how much temperature is recorded then? Second question, which are the rainiest and the driest months? How much rainfall is recorded then? Third one, what is the total annual rainfall of Mumbai? So you're going to find this and in the next Zoom class, we'll discuss the answers. Okay, children? Yes, thank you, children. Have a great day and stay safe, everyone.